All right, let's get straight to it. So that was an interesting game. My take on it is that finally Barcelona got paid the price for it with their high line. We know they play well, they press, they can score for score, but I think at some point this season it became clear that one way or another they're going to get burnt. And in this series, they got burnt by Inter. Even though they did well, their defense absolutely collapsed. Kubasi is a good player, a good central defender, but he's coming too far forward, having to run back. And also, Dumfries put a lot of problems as a right wing back, overlapping, putting a lot of pressure on Barcelona, causing a lot of set piece positions which were scored. How would you look see that game, Kunle? What's your analysis of that game?
Yeah, that was exactly pretty much how the game went.
Yeah.
Barcelona fell for it, and they had more possession in that game, Barcelona, and they kept going for it, and they kept getting caught on the break because, like you said, they were too flat-footed in defense for Barcelona. I think for
Yeah.
Barcelona to play this style better, I don't know, they're going to have to do something about the positional sense of their defenders, maybe a bit quicker, so they don't get caught out so easily.
Yeah.
And Italy, this is exactly what Italy like to do. They like to soak up the pressure and then force you to come out and go after them. And then they nip you and they catch you and they nip your ankle or they slap your face or they tear
Yeah.
your shirt. You know, they do one small thing or another just to frustrate you. And they don't need that much of the ball to hurt you. And
No, they don't.
Inter showed that with some aplomb yesterday,
Yeah,
despite
and
Yamal's best efforts.
yeah, Yamal played well, but for him, he was having to initiate too many of the plays, and they clogged up the box so that whenever he put a through pass, there was always enough people. The shape of Inter's defense was good because he was never really able to. And he came close. Maybe he'll get across to someone, but they won't be there just in time because you have to be exact against that Inter defense. If your timing is a little bit off with your cross or with your pass or if you're moving the box, you'll come close to scoring, but you won't. What do you think, Kunle? Yeah, they did
Yeah,
very
I'm
well.
trying to recall who was playing at. I don't think Barcelona played with CDM. I think they played with 2-8.
Yeah,
I'm
no, they
not
didn't
sure
have a
where they
CDM,
played
and
with the
that's a big
CDM.
problem too. They didn't have. I don't know who
Yeah.
plays CDM for them, but
Um,
the shape of their formation, they weren't focused on that, and that's also a problem for
yeah,
them, especially if you're going to bring your
exactly.
defenders so
So
high. Yeah,
yeah,
they need
yeah. So I
Cucurella.
think
They need
that's where they need
Cucurella.
to strengthen.
Yeah, they need Cucurella for
Cucurella
defense.
is a fantastic player. They
Yeah,
need
and
to strengthen the defensive
Spain has him in
midfield
the.
area.
He plays
Yeah,
for Spain, but he doesn't play for Barcelona. I think if they had a guy like him who could cover, if Barcelona had a guy like him, they would have done better having him
they
as
might have
even though
done, but I
even
think
though
essentially what they need
I
is a
think
good
they did well.
central
I
defender
think
that
they
can
did well. It's just
babysit
that
that defense when it sits forward.
yeah. Okay,
I
we'll
think
come
they
back to
did
you.
well yesterday. I think they did well yesterday. It's just that they were not just lucky enough to really scale through to the next round because both teams played to win, and we can all see that that is why
Yeah,
the game went to extra time because both teams were very
yeah,
tactical
both
and
teams
they
did
put
well.
in their best. So I just think that Barcelona
Yeah,
was unlucky yesterday.
Yeah, but there's a system. Even in both games, their defense has. It seems like these guys were making the most out of exploiting the transition. Even though Barcelona was doing well in scoring goals, they still need moving
Exactly.
forward
So
next year.
you can't really say Inter Milan to defended well and they allowed 3 goals
No, no,
past
no.
them. So
Inter defended well in such that Barcelona
Inter,
had
that's
seven.
Inter's game. Inter played their game.
Yeah, and here's the thing, and
Right.
Barcelona had 70% of the ball. They took 20 shots. So even though they had a lot more shots, Inter was able to stop a lot of it. But my point being is that Barcelona, they're a good team, but the style of play they have, if they can just moderate it a little bit and get and tone down a little bit and improve their defense, they'll be unbeatable. That's what I'm trying to say. Not that they need to improve their defense, but they
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
play
I mean,
it was score for score because that's the way Inter wanted it to be. You get my point. So my thing is that Barcelona,
yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
yeah. So I'm not saying
Yeah,
Barcelona's a good
sorry.
team, but
That's why they
Hansi
need
Flick,
a, that's why they need a central defensive midfielder.
yeah, they need someone like a Pedri. Yeah. Yeah, so what were you gonna say? Any
Yeah,
other thoughts?
they need something
yeah,
better
so
defensively. Sorry.
I think Barcelona played well. I don't know why they did not introduce Lewandowski earlier in the game. Probably because of his injury or something. But
Yeah, I think he has an
I think
injury.
assuming I think if he has played much of the game, I think something will have happened for
Yeah,
Barcelona,
because
but
they don't have a central striker, a pure number
yeah,
nine. Yeah,
yeah. So they
and
were
Yamal
just
was doing too much work from the wing.
more like playing like Arsenal, playing from left to right, right to midfield, midfield to
Yeah,
right, instead of going forward. So
it
it
became
really
too.
affected them
If
too.
if you score three goals, it's not your fault if you're an attacking side. It's not your fault. That's the reason why I said that they
Yeah,
need
that's
to
what
But
look
I
at
think they
this
could. You're
that's
right,
why I
but I
said
do
from the
think they could
beginning
have
that they
scored.
were just
But
unlucky.
they were always scoring on the back foot because this guy is Inter was controlling the game. Inter was leading 2-0. Then Barcelona now, but Barcelona was never controlling the game. You understand what I'm saying? Inter
They
would
were
score, and
chasing
then
the game.
they were chasing it. Yeah, maybe if they had this guy, they could have controlled it more, even kept it lower scoring, and have someone like Lewandowski. They could have played a little bit more conservative. Yeah, but it was still. I think overall, all of us agree that both teams played well. Barcelona and you guys remember last year, you guys were laughing at me when I said Inter can't win. Well, at least they win this year, maybe. Inter was good. Inter was
Well,
unlucky to go out last year. They went out to Atletico Madrid, I think. Yeah, or somebody like that.
I'm actually beginning to genuinely think it really could be Arsenal's year. I think
I
that
don't know. I
between
can't see.
Inter
I
and
think.
Barca, I would rather play Inter than Barcelona.
Yeah, but I do think that Inter right now, I think they'll beat either team, PSG or Arsenal, but we'll see. But Arsenal has to beat PSG first, though. And where's the game? The
Uh,
game is in France,
yeah,
right?
like I think
It's a tough
same
challenge,
thing
but I
as
think
what
they'll
happened
get
yesterday. Same thing as what happened yesterday. It can go both ways. You never can tell. On a
I
good
don't
day
want
of
Arsenal to win
Arsenal,
because I don't want all
we
those
should be able to beat
ISL people to
PSG.
start talking. All those ISL
Ah,
people.
they'll make noise though. They'll make noise for
Hey, me
you
too.
on the
I'll
ISL.
make noise if they lose. As soon as they
Oh,
lose, I will. All right,
that
guys,
is
let's go.
why you can see most Arsenal fans now. We are not bragging. We are just like very calm,
Yeah,
wishing that things
Arsenal
turn out
fans,
right
you've
for us.
learned. You guys have learned.
Yeah, of course, of
Listen,
course.
every year that
I'm
Tuchel
not
has
one of
died, an English team has won the Champions League. So let's see whether they will be able
Yeah.
to do.
Okay.
I'm not one of those Arsenal fans that will be deceiving themselves that we have
Oh
a
yeah,
great team.
you're
No, I know
rational.
that we don't have a great team. I know that we
You're
still need a
rational.
striker and some couple of players here and there. But if we can scale through to the final and probably take the Champions League, all well and good. We will definitely rejoice and celebrate and even declare that day public holiday.
Yeah. Good luck to Arsenal. All right, guys. So Kool-Aid, take us out.
Yeah, so it's been an exciting night of Champions League last night. Exciting to today as well with Arsenal. Are they going to be excited? Will the women
Yeah.
be happy to party or are they going to bed early with a glass of
Sorry,
milk?
sorry. Would
So what we shall know.
Would Debola Seriki have anything to say?
Oh, they will do. And what we shall say is for those who are about to go out, we salute
I
you.
salute you. Okay, bye. You guys have a good one. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll see you
Thank you
guys
for
on
having me.
Friday. Friday for Niger United. Okay.
No one.
All right.